world's wealthiest women are connected to some of the most famous companies, either marrying into money or inheriting it from their fathers. And though the billions they have aren't self-made, these women sure know what to do with them. According to Forbes, these are the 10 richest women in the world. Number 10. Pauline MacMillan Keinath. Pauline MacMillan Keinath is the heiress of Cargill, which is considered to be the giant company that rules the food business. Whatever you ate or drank today, a candy bar, chewing gum, beer, or McDonald's Egg McMuffins, chances are it included a Cargill product. With a net worth of around $7.4 billion, 83-year-old Pauline is believed to be the largest shareholder of Cargill, with an estimated 12% stake. With Cargill earning $110 billion in 2017 alone, no wonder she's so rich. Number 9. Margaretta Taylor. As an heiress to a communications and automotive services company, Margaretta Taylor has a total net worth of around $8 billion. 73-year-old Margaretta has a 17% stake in Cox Enterprises, which owns the third biggest cable operator in the US. Her siblings also received equal amounts. They split 50% of the stake at Cox, inherited from their mother back in 2015. Today, Margaretta works as a philanthropist and lives in New York. She famously donated $5 million to the Bronx Zoo. Number 8. Katherine Rayner. She's the sister of Margaretta Taylor and another one of the heiresses to the Cox Enterprises fortune. With an $8 billion net worth, Katherine Rayner also makes it to the list of the richest women in America. The 72-year-old heiress is a philanthropist and trustee of the New York Public Library. In 2017, she gave $15 million to the library's research collections. Number 7. Blair Parry-Okeden. According to Forbes Asia, Blair Parry-Okeden is Australia's richest person by net worth, despite being from the United States. A Cox Enterprises heiress, Blair is worth around $12 billion. Her maternal grandfather, James M. Cox, founded the Atlanta-based communications and automotive services company in 1898. Upon the death of her mother, Barbara Cox Anthony, Blair inherited a 25% stake in the company. Number 6. Abigail Johnson. As the president and CEO of Fidelity Investments, the fourth largest asset manager in the world, Abigail Johnson is worth around $16 billion. Her grandfather founded the company back in 1946, and today she owns a 24.5% stake in it. 56-year-old Abigail has been hailed as one of Fortune's most powerful women, and with Fidelity Investments earning around $15.9 billion in revenue for more than 4 years straight, not to mention $2.3 trillion in managed assets, it's no wonder that Abigail is a ridiculously wealthy woman. Number 5. Laurene Powell Jobs. Steve Jobs' widow, businesswoman Laurene Powell Jobs, is a powerhouse in her own right. The third richest woman in America is the founder and president of the Emerson Collective, which pushes causes on social reform and environmental issues. She also has founded other organizations, including College Track, a group that helps prepare low-income students for college. According to Forbes, the 54-year-old philanthropist is worth around $19.4 billion. Steve Jobs had a net worth of about $11 billion just before he died in 2011, which Laurene inherited. As well as her 0.7% share in Apple, she also owns 4% of Disney. Number 4. Susanne Klatten. Investments in BMW and pharmaceuticals have brought Susanne Klatten her fortune, which amounts to $20.4 billion. The first European on the list, this 55-year-old German has a mixture of cars and pharmaceuticals to thank for her wealth. She inherited 50% of chemical company Altana AG when her parents died, while she and her brother also own almost 50% of BMW. She has since taken Altana private, making it all hers, as well as buying up stakes in a number of other companies. From wind power to graphite production, ensuring her one of the top spots on the list. Number 3. Maria Franca Fissolo. The second European on the list, this Italian is the widow of Michele Ferrero, the owner of Europe's second largest confectionery company, Ferrero Rocher. The company, which also makes Nutella, Kinder, and Tic Tacs, is now run by her son Giovanni. Maria Franca is now worth $25.2 billion, and she spends her days having the time of her life in their home in Monaco. At age 99, she is also the oldest billionaire in the world. Number 2. Jacqueline Mars. Jacqueline Mars hails from one of the richest families in America who built their fortune around people's love for sweets. Mars Inc. is the world's leading manufacturer of treats like M&Ms, Snickers, and Skittles. Founded in 1911, the company generates more than $35 billion in annual revenue. Jacqueline owns 1/3 of Mars Inc., while her brothers own the other 2/3. She worked for the company for nearly 20 years and stayed on board until 2001. At 78 years old and worth a breathtaking $25.5 billion, Jacqueline Mars is considered the second richest woman in the world. Number 1. Alice Walton. Holding the coveted top spot as the wealthiest woman in the world is Alice Walton, the only daughter of billionaire Sam Walton. If the name sounds familiar, it's because he's the co-founder of the small American business you might have heard of. Alice's father owned more than 50% in shares in Walmart before he died, leaving his fortune to his family. Today, Alice runs the Walton Family Foundation, which focuses on investing in programs related to K-12 education, environmental conservation, and improving the quality of life in Arkansas. According to Forbes, the richest woman in the world is worth at least $38.2 billion. That's it for our top 10 richest women in the world.
Wow!
Don't forget to click the subscribe button for more videos from Pulptastic.